Hi guys, so today I'm going to be making my vegan banana bread recipe. Now this recipe is all you need is really ripe bananas, and it takes about 15 to 20 minutes prep time and an hour in the oven. So if you're interested in making this banana bread and want to know how to make this banana bread, then keep on watching. The first thing we're going to do is preheat the oven, which I've already done, on 170 degrees Celsius on a fan oven. So once that's preheated, we can make the... So the first thing you're going to need is 4 to 5 ripe bananas. I've got 4 because they're quite big, and all you need to do is peel 2, and we're going to mash up 2 bananas. I'm just going to break them up. And we're literally just going to grab a fork and we're just going to keep mashing them until it's really smooth, like baby food. You want this really smooth because the other 2 bananas are going to be quite chunky, so make sure it's very smooth and pasty like. So this is the consistency you want it. Okay, and the remaining 2 bananas, you literally just want to do a similar sort of thing, but not as much. So you can actually do this with your hands. And you're just going to squash them up in your hands. So now that these are chunked, I'm just going to break it down a little bit more and but keep it quite chunky. So that is what you should be left with. Now we don't need this right now, so we're going to leave this aside and prepare the rest of our batter. So now in a medium to large size bowl, we're going to grab some light brown sugar. So that's 160 grams of light brown sugar and 60 grams of vegan margarine or butter. Now here I've used stork butter. So I'm just going to put that in. I've already put them into small pieces, so it's easier to blend. Okay, so now we're just going to blend this up. An electric whisk is probably better, but you can also use a handheld whisk. And you just want to make this into a pale, fluffy mixture. So we're just going to beat that with the electric whisk. Together, and I'm just bringing it together with just a spatula, just so you can see how soft and blended that is. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt into that mixture, and we're going to add about 125 grams of dairy-free yogurt. I use the one from Aldi, because it's got a nice sweetness to it, and you're literally just going to pour that in. I'm just going to whisk that together with a handheld whisk, just because it's easier to get that all blended in. That's done, we're going to add in or sift in 180 grams of self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, plain flour is fine, but it won't be as fluffy as self-raising. So we're just going to sift that in. Just to make sure there's no lumps. 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and that will just help it rise a little bit more and make it fluffier. I'm now going to use my handheld whisk to just whisk that in again. You want to fold this in gently, just so until it's combined. bananas that we mashed up from earlier, and this will help the consistency. That's 4 ripe bananas mashed and squashed in, and I'm going to fold that in. As you can see the chunks of the banana, and it's changed the consistency of our batter. In 50 grams of chopped nuts, so that's 25 grams of walnuts and 25 grams of hazelnuts, and you want to chop them beforehand because they can take time, and all you need is a big knife to chop them up, so they're going to go straight in, and this adds to the crunchiness. If you don't want to add nuts, you can also add in dry fruits or even chocolate chips. You just want to fold that in. Now we're left with this really brown and creamy batter. So you're going to need a loaf tin. It's about 4x9 loaf tin, and I've already greased it with a little bit of butter all the way around the sides. So I'm just going to pour this in to my tin. Give the tin a little shake so you know that the batter's everywhere and there's no bubbles. And this is now ready to go in the oven for about 1 hour. After 45 minutes, you should check on it by using a skewer or a toothpick and make sure it comes out moist and dry. If it's moist and dry, you take it out and leave it to cool on a rack. But if not, keep it in for a little bit. Within 15 minutes, as you can see, it is rising so nicely, and I can't wait until it comes out. I'm so excited. Okay, so we've taken it out and I've already started to slice this, so I thought I'd show you. You can always, before you place it into the oven, sprinkle the top with demerara sugar, but I kept it simple. But I've already sliced it, so let's have a look. It's nice and moist on the inside, and you can see the banana chunks and the nuts. So as soon as you take it out of the oven, keep it on the rack within the tin to cool down, and then you can remove it and start to slice it. So I can't wait to try this, and my family are waiting. So I'm gonna plate it up and have it with a nice cup of tea. So if you want the full recipe, then head over to divinebeauty.uk to see the full written recipe for you to make. And if you do decide to make it, then tag me on Instagram at divinebeautyig. Thank you for watching.